Google didn't just announce a pair of smart glasses. It announced a ladder, several different devices sitting at different price points and different levels of ambition, all running the same brain underneath. And the strange part? The cheapest one in the lineup might be the most important. While most companies are racing to put a screen in front of your eyeballs, Google is quietly betting that the first version most people actually wear won't have a display at all. That sounds backwards. Stick with me, because by the end you'll see why that boring choice could be the smartest move in this entire category. There's also one detail about how these glasses handle memory that almost nobody is talking about yet. Here's the bigger shift underneath all the hype. For about 15 years, computing has meant a rectangle, a phone in your pocket, a laptop on your desk. You pull it out, you look down, you tap. But the industry is slowly moving towards something more ambient, where information sits in the world around you instead of behind a slab of glass. Google's plan leans hard into that idea. The glasses run on a platform called Android XR, built for extended reality devices rather than phones. And the assistant inside isn't a basic voice command tool. It's Gemini, Google's most capable AI family, designed to handle what you say and what you see at the same time. That combination is the whole story. Keep that in mind, because it explains every decision Google made next. Let's be honest about the elephant in the room. Google already tried smart glasses. Google Glass launched over a decade ago, and it flopped. People found it awkward, a little creepy, and they couldn't point to a single reason to wear it every day. So why would this time be any different? A few things genuinely changed. AI got dramatically better at understanding images and context, not just keywords. The hardware got smaller and more power efficient. And honestly, we're all used to having an assistant a half second away now, so the social weirdness has faded. On top of that, Google now controls a huge web of services that can plug straight in. Search, Maps, Gmail, the whole Android world. That's a very different starting position than 2013. But a strong starting position means nothing without the right foundation underneath it. So what is that foundation exactly? That's where it gets interesting. Forget the frames for a second, because the actual product here is software. Android XR is Google's attempt to build one shared operating system across a whole range of wearable devices, instead of treating every pair of glasses and every headset as a separate science experiment. Think of it as a common foundation that different hardware can plug into, so the apps and features built for one device can travel to the next. But a platform is just plumbing without intelligence running through it. That's the job of Gemini. The key word is multimodal, which simply means it can take in more than one type of input at once: speech, images, live camera feeds. So instead of describing what's in front of you, the glasses can just look. You glance at a building, and the system can recognize it and answer without you typing or even fully explaining the question. That alone is a real leap, and there's a layer on top of it that pushes things further. Here's the part most people miss. That extra layer is called Project Astra, and it's the piece I'd watch most closely. Most assistants are forgetful by design. You ask a question, you get an answer, and the slate wipes clean. Astra is Google's attempt to give the AI a sense of continuity, a kind of visual and situational memory. So instead of every moment starting from zero, the system can hold context over time. The example Google keeps leaning on is a simple one. You set your keys down somewhere and walk off. In theory, the glasses saw that moment, so later they can help you trace where the keys went. Now, a fair word of caution. This is early, and in theory is doing real work in that sentence. We shouldn't pretend it'll be flawless on day one. But the concept matters, because it flips the role of the device. It stops being something you summon and starts being something that quietly observes and assists. That shift sets up the next big decision Google made, and it's the part that surprised me most. Here's where it stops feeling like a single product and starts feeling like a strategy. Google isn't shipping one pair of glasses. It's building a ladder with different rungs for different people. Quick honesty note before the names. The tidy tier labels floating around online mostly come from early industry reports, not Google's official branding, so treat them as useful shorthand rather than gospel. The first rung is the audio-only frames. No display at all, just a camera, microphones, and speakers, so you talk to Gemini and it talks back. Ask questions, get translations, identify what's around you, all hands-free. And critically, Google is working with eyewear brands like Warby Parker and Gentle Monster, so these are meant to look like normal glasses instead of a gadget bolted to your face. They're also reportedly very light, which matters more than it sounds, because comfort is the real reason most people stop wearing this stuff. That's the obvious tier. The next one is where it gets visual. Step up a rung and you get the Display Edition, built in partnership with Samsung. This one adds a small in-lens display, but don't picture a full screen flooding your vision. It's designed for quick glances, a little arrow for navigation, a brief notification, a short visual answer from Gemini instead of just audio. It's the bridge between listening-only AI and seeing plus hearing AI, without overwhelming you. Useful, restrained, and aimed at everyday life. Then there's the top of the ladder, and it's a different animal entirely. Project Aura. This one isn't really a casual pair of glasses, and it isn't built by Samsung. It's a wired device built with X-Real and Qualcomm, aimed mainly at developers. It's tethered to a small compute puck that holds the battery and doubles as a trackpad, and it reportedly offers a wide field of view of around 70 degrees through an optical see-through display. The goal here isn't all-day wear, it's experimentation, giving builders a canvas to figure out what spatial apps should even look like. 3 rungs, 1 shared brain. So, which one is the smartest? Hold that thought, because the harder question is how any of this fits on your face at all. This is the engineering problem nobody puts on the marketing slides. Glasses don't have room for a big battery, a hot processor, or a cooling fan. So, how do you run heavy AI on something that has to sit on your nose comfortably? Google's answer is to split the work across 3 places. The simplest stuff happens right on the glasses. Listening for your voice, sensing movement, firing up the camera. Quick reactions, basically. When things get heavier, like translation or pulling data from several apps at once, the job hands off to your phone, which has more power and a bigger battery. And for the truly demanding stuff, the complex reasoning, it leans on the cloud, which is just powerful computers running over the internet. Spreading the load is what keeps the glasses light. Now, the honest catch, because the AI is always working in the background, battery life is the obvious pressure point, and early versions realistically won't run all day on one charge. Expect charging cases to matter, the same way they do for wireless earbuds. The audio is handled cleverly too, aimed so mainly you hear it while you stay aware of the world around you. Smart trade-offs everywhere. But trade-offs only matter once you compare this to the company that's already winning. And that comparison is where the two visions really split apart. Let's give Meta its due, because this isn't close on sales yet. Meta and its eyewear partner reportedly sold more than 7 million smart glasses across 2025, roughly tripling the prior year. That's a genuine lead, and it's not an accident. Meta's Ray-Ban Meta glasses nailed a specific job: capture, photos, video, quick sharing straight to social. Style first, simplicity first. They turned smart glasses into a wearable camera that doesn't look ridiculous, and people clearly want that. But notice what that's optimized for. Meta enhances expression, helping you record and share your world. Google is aiming somewhere else entirely. With Gemini and Android XR, the bet is on understanding, not capturing. Glasses that interpret what you're looking at in real time and tie straight into maps, search, and the rest of the ecosystem. Less, post this moment; more, make sense of this moment. So it's not really 2 products fighting over the same shelf. It's 2 philosophies. One wants to help you share reality, the other wants to sit on top of reality as a kind of intelligence layer. Which one wins probably depends on what you actually want glasses to be. And that's exactly the question worth sitting with. So here's the honest read. Meta has the lead, the sales, and a clear, proven use case right now. Google has the deeper foundation, a smarter assistant, and a patient laddered plan that could pay off as the tech matures, assuming the memory features and battery life live up to the pitch, which we genuinely can't confirm until these ship. No hype needed. Both things can be true at once. If this breakdown helped you actually understand what Google is building instead of just the headlines, do me a quick favor and hit like and subscribe so the next one finds you. And drop a comment with your honest take. Are you team capture first like Meta or team understand first like Google? Because there's one wild card I didn't touch here. The company that may quietly disrupt both of them isn't Google or Meta at all. I'll break down who that is and why it scares both giants in the next one. See you there.